If you have been worried about Spain's proposed 100% property tax for non-EU residents, I have extremely good news for you. Basically, the Spanish Supreme Court just issued a ruling that makes the approval, but especially the application of this tax, almost impossible. But not only that, if you have been paying wealth tax as a non-resident, you might be eligible to get some of that money back. I'm going to explain this along the video. My name is Juan Bertomeu and I work alongside my father, a lawyer with more than 35 years of experience helping international clients buying, selling property in Spain, also with visas, tax advisory. So if you want a consultation in order to buy a property in Spain or any service that is related to it, I'll leave the consultation link down in the description alongside our offices. We're located in Alicante area, specifically in Moraira and Denia. If you want to come in person, I always prefer it, but if not, we can attend you online. Let me explain what the Supreme Court has recently said and how this is extremely connected with the 100% property tax. Well, you need to understand, in case you are not yet in Spain or you're thinking to buy property, that Spain has a wealth tax. Depending on the region in Spain, there are different exemptions. Some of them are 700,000, some other regions have a 3 million exemption. I have a full video explaining the wealth tax. I'll leave it right here so you can watch it. Now, the important part. Spain taxes wealth tax differently depending on whether you live in Spain or not. If you're a tax resident in Spain, the wealth tax will apply to your worldwide assets. But if you are a non-tax resident in Spain, this means if you spend less than 6 months a year in Spain, Spain only taxes your assets located in Spain. What's the meaning of this? That in case you need to pay any wealth tax while you are a non-resident, it will be because of the value of your property. Because let's be honest, in the bank account you will have a few thousand euros, but the gross of your amount you will have it in your home country. Until now, tax residents in Spain had access to generous wealth tax deductions and exemptions, but non-residents didn't. So what did Spanish Supreme Court say? That Spain cannot treat worse residents to non-residents when they are in the same economic situation. And being more specific, it means that non-residents have also access to the famous 60% limit when it comes to the wealth tax. And what's the 60% limit on the wealth tax? Well, I could say what it is, but the truth is that it's quite hard to understand, and I would rather do a full video on this. So the next video that I'm going to be working on is going to be about this topic. So if you are enjoying this video, make sure you are subscribed and you hit the like button. As I say, we are lawyers specialized in real estate, conveyancing, visas, tax advisory for non-residents. So if you need our services, I'll leave the consultation link down in the description so you can book your consultation, as well as our WhatsApp and our email. Let's continue because it's really interesting to see how this ruling is devastating for the new 100% property tax. In 2014, the European Court of Justice ruled that Spain's inheritance and gift tax was clearly against the European Union because it discriminated between tax residents and non-tax residents just because this second group lived abroad. So the European Court of Justice forced Spain to change the law and stop penalizing these people. This is the template. So anytime Spain tries to treat worse non-tax resident, the European Court of Justice comes in and knocks it down. Second, the European Union free movement of capitals. Spain cannot make cross-border investments less attractive by taxing more harshly non-residents than tax residents in Spain in comparable situations. This is the logic that the Spanish Supreme Court used to equalize the 60, so not to equalize, but to make the 60% exemption on the 60% limit, on the wealth tax extended to the non-tax residents. So in case the Spanish government wants to apply the 100% property tax, the same will happen. Spanish taxes cannot be confiscatory, and we could argue what's confiscatory, what's not, but come on, we all agree that 100% property tax is going to be very hard to defend constitutionally. But the most important new point that we can get out of this Spanish Supreme Court ruling is that Spanish courts can apply European law without having to make what is called a preliminary question, basically asking European courts. So if European laws says that there's free movement of capitals, that you cannot discriminate based on your tax residence, and very important, the free movement of capitals doesn't just apply within the European Union countries. It also applies with third-part countries. I think that's how you say it. So for English, for Americans, it protects them too. So Spanish courts can apply this. And this is the most important thing that we can get out of this new ruling. So what would happen if still the 100% property tax gets approved? That there are going to be immediate challenges by non-tax residents, and I'm going to be the first one. We represent lots of non-tax residents, especially in the Costa Blanca area, and I'm the first interested on this. And these clients also, because most of these clients are from UK, from USA. But before we finish the video, there's a possibility that it gets approved. But what I want to do with these videos is not to scare everyone, just to make sure that you have the information and that no one panics. So it can be approved, yes, because one thing is the political side. Spanish government could approve it, but the other thing is how long if it can survive. And the question is no. And it's extremely good news that Spanish courts can apply EU laws directly to these kind of cases. So that's why the new Spanish Supreme Court is extremely important. I didn't mention how to apply for get some money back on the wealth tax declarations that you may have done in the last years, because this is going to be the matter for the next video. As I said, my name is Juan Bertomeu, and I would really appreciate if after watching this video, you subscribe to my channel, you visit some of my other videos, and also my social media, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok. I make another type of content that I think is going to be very useful for you. Well, I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you very soon. Hasta luego.